Oh my goodness, I see you and I can hear you saying, what does that woman mean? That if you're over 50, you're a red flag. That if you're overweight, you're a red flag. What is she talking about? How dare she? Is she crazy? Look, let's make a deal. If I can convince you that you are a red flag, then leave a comment down below and let me know, Angie, you are right. You convinced me I'm a red flag. Okay, deal? Pinky deal, pinky promise? Without further ado, let me explain to you why you are actually a red flag. So if you're ready, I'm ready. You know what to do, and that is don't go anywhere. So you look in the mirror and you don't mind what you see. On the contrary, you love what you see. You don't care about those extra wrinkles that are there today that weren't there yesterday. You don't care about those excess pounds because you know that they don't define you. You know that it doesn't take away from that wonderful, marvelous, fabulous person that you are. You are comfortable in your skin. You love your skin. You love your body. You love you. And you don't need anyone to validate you. You don't need anyone to tell you who and what you are, if you look good or if you don't look good. Because you know what? You know what you look like. And you know how you feel. So my dear, how dare you? How dare you be confident? And that in of itself is a red flag. Now, you don't walk into a room as if you own the room. You walk into a room as if you own the whole building. So electrifying is your presence. So magnetic is your presence that people around you tend to feel a little bit insignificant. You make them feel a little bit insecure of themselves because you just ooze tons and tons of confidence, and you don't care who sees it and you don't care who knows it. You are absolutely unapologetic to be confident. Now that can cause people around you to feel a little bit insecure. They feel as if they fade into the background when you're around. They feel as if they become nothing. And nobody wants to feel like that, right? So of course, if you are making people feel insignificant, you are, without a doubt, a red flag. You know what you want. You have absolutely no doubt with that. And you have no intention whatsoever to settle for anything less. And you know what the worst thing is? You actually have the courage to go after what you want. You don't care what society tells you. You don't care what they say you ought to get or what you deserve. You know what you deserve. You know what's best for you. Where others may hesitate, where others may stumble, not you. You're like a train heading for its destination, and you're not going to stop. You're not going to stop until you get what you want. Now, you're not arrogant with it. You're not brash with it. You're not prepared to steamroll over people to get there. But if people try to hinder you, you will nudge them out of your way because you are on a mission to go and get what you want. And if at first you don't succeed, you will try and try again. Now, can't you see how intimidating that is? Can't you see that? Red flag. Now, you've been around for a while and you've seen a few things. You've had your ups and you've had your downs. You've had the rough and you've had the smooth. You've seen the good and you've seen the bad. So one thing you're not about to do right now, and that is to put up with anybody's drama. All you want right now is peace. People that can bring you peace and that can make you feel good. So if somebody wants to come around you, bringing the drama and being toxic, you are not the one. You are not having it. You are not interested. Keep it to yourself. Now let's be honest. Anyone who is so self-assured, anyone who is so secure, anyone who thinks the way that you do, red flag. Now, as I just said, you've been around for a bit and you've been through a few things. And one thing that you have learned along the way, and that is to prioritize self-love. You know the importance of putting yourself first. Now, that's not selfish, or at least you don't see it that way. Even on the aeroplanes, when they say if something should happen and the masks come down, you should put your mask on first before you attempt to help somebody else. And that's the way it is. You put yourself first, because if you're not healthy, if you're not happy, if you're not mentally stable, how can you help anybody else? How can you be of use to anybody else? So you come first. You are important. So you don't have time to be carrying somebody else's baggage. You don't have the time to be dealing with somebody else's drama. And you sure don't have time for somebody else's emotional baggage. So the question is this: how selfish are you? Now, that's not going to sit well with everybody. On the contrary, you know that for a lot of people, it's going to be hard for them to digest that you, how dare you, put yourself first and not them. So I'm sorry, I have to say it. I don't want to, but I have to. You are a red flag. So you've heard it all before. You've heard the comments. You know what people think about people of your age or people of your size. And if they don't say it to your face, you've heard them say it about other people who look like you. So you know the deal. You know the score. But you know what? It's like water off a duck's back. Do you think you're amazing? Yes. Do you think you're fabulous? Yes. Do you think you're gorgeous? Yes. So what does it matter what anybody else thinks? The only opinion that matters is yours. And you think you're glorious. So all the comments, all the opinions that someone may have, those little things they might say because they see that you're confident. And some people might want to bring you down a peg or two. They might want to shake that confidence to see if they can see any cracks in your armor. But you know what? You're good. Life is good. You can laugh at yourself. Of course you can. You can see the humor. If somebody wants to make a little comment, you don't have a problem and you are not going to lower yourself. You're not doing that because you're proud of yourself and you love yourself. And like we said before, you're happy in your skin. So who cares? Say what you want, do what you want, you're good. And you know what? That's annoying. It's confusing because people don't understand. How can you be so self-assured? How can you smile and laugh off comments? You're over 50. You're overweight. How can you be loving yourself so much? I'm trying to put you in your place a little bit and you're just laughing it off. You confuse people. And doing that, you know what it makes you, right? A red flag. Now maybe you are one of those people that has been through a lot. Life has thrown a lot at you. And you know what you did? you just bounced right back. You took everything in your stride and it made you stronger. And where most people would have just curled up in the corner and just said, get me off this merry-go-round, I can't take anymore. You, on the other hand, came out stronger on the other side, and you came out swinging. You are ready and you are prepared to take on the chin whatever it is that life has in store for you. Where most people would have cracked, where most people would have fallen apart, you did no such thing. You didn't curl up in the corner, cry yourself to sleep. No, you just got on with it. So if you can do all of that, why on earth would you put up with anybody else's nonsense? Whether it be a partner, whether it be a family member, whether it be a colleague, whether it be a friend, whoever it may be. Why would you put up with nonsense? Why would you do all of that when you've been through all of that and survived? Oh, you can survive anything. Get that straight. Understand that. You can survive anything. And you know that whatever life throws at you, you are going to come through stronger than ever. And that is something that a lot of people might be jealous about. They might envy you for. And that in itself is a red flag. So if you're single, not only are you single, but you're happy to be single. It's your choice to be single because you'd rather be single than put up with all that nonsense that's out there. Because you have standards and you know what you want. Remember we said that before? You know what you want. So you're not going to settle for anything or anybody. You have a criteria, and that criteria has to be met. Now, if somebody comes along and they don't fit that criteria, then it's, I'm sorry, but no thank you. Sorry, they have to go. Almost good enough isn't good enough. You are not settling, and why should you? Let somebody else settle. But why should you settle? Because society tells you that you really don't have a choice and that you really shouldn't expect much. But let them not expect much. But you're not settling. No. So if that person is not meeting you where you're at, if that person is not giving what he should be giving, then you don't have a problem. Once you've explained the situation, if they insist, oh, you'll just ignore him, you'll ghost him, you'll just cancel, delete. It is what it is. You don't have time to be going over the same old things. You don't have time to be explaining yourself over and over again to someone who obviously cannot understand and refuses to listen. You've got other things to do. You've got your best life to be living. And that, ooh, that can be annoying. That can be confusing. So yes, and that's why you are a red flag. So you dare to have your own personal sense of style. Maybe you like to change your hair color, maybe a nice blonde or a blue, or dare I say red. You might even have tattoos. Ooh, that's not good. Maybe you like to wear tight dresses or short skirts. One thing is for sure, and that is that you don't fit into society's norms. You don't follow the rules. You don't fit into the right boxes. And again, that makes people confused. Why are you out there confusing people, ladies? You've hit the wall, yet you're still acting like you're amazing. What's up with that? You really need to stop making people feel uncomfortable. If ever there was a red flag, this is it. Red flag. Now that you've you've reached a certain age, you have surrounded yourself with positive people, positive friends, people that care about you, that encourage you, that uplift you, that make you feel good about yourself. You don't have time for toxic people. You don't have time for people who want to bring you down. And you know what the worst thing is about that? Is that because your friends are like-minded people, they feel the same way too. And they too wouldn't allow anyone who's toxic near you. They would do away with that person before they can say hello and sit down around the table. So yeah, you're selfish, and your friends are selfish. So that makes you all a giant, enormous red flag. Now that you've reached a certain age, you realize that life is too short to be tiptoeing around situations or trying to mince words. Who's got time for that? You say what you mean and you mean what you say. So you don't have time to be tiptoeing or walking on eggshells when it comes to certain topics. If you have something to say, you're saying it. And if people don't like it, it is what it is. You're not about to tiptoe around issues. You're not about to mince your words. You're not about to bite your tongue. Why should you? You prefer honesty over sugarcoating any day of the week. And that can make some conversations uncomfortable for people. It can make people feel strange and weird because you're so brutally honest and people aren't really used to that. And that can rub some people up the wrong way. And not everyone can cope with that. They can't. So of course, seeing as that's the case, I have to say it. I have to. You're a red flag. Now, we all know that in life, sometimes we have to make snap decisions. We don't have the luxury at times to be able to ponder and think it through and mull on it for days, for weeks. But rest assured, whatever decision you make is going to be in your best interest and not out of fear of what others may think of you. You are a priority. You will always be a priority. After years of putting others first, you've learned that this is your time to be number one. And for a lot of people, they can't get their head around that. For a lot of people, it's disturbing that you don't put them first. What do you mean you're not putting them first? Why are you always putting yourself first? Why are you so important? What makes you think that you are so important, lady? You know that some people don't like that, right? You know that some people will find that annoying, right? You know that some people want you to put them first always, and every choice that you make, they have to be in the center of it, not you. You know that, right? Well, if you know that, then why are you doing it, lady? You know what you are, right? You know what you become. You've got it. A red flag. Now this one, I really want you to see if you can understand it, if you can get it. That is, you are not a beauty standard. But the fact that you are so secure in your skin, the fact that you could not give a damn about anybody's opinion about you, somehow makes you attractive. And that confuses people. People are thinking, how can she be attractive when she's not a beauty standard? But my goodness, there's something about this person that I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. This is someone who's older. This is someone who's overweight. Why am I finding this person attractive? And they can't really answer it, and they don't really like it, and they would probably never admit it. But that's the way they feel. And they don't like you making them feel that way. They don't like the fact that you make them like you. They shouldn't like you. You're old. So, you keep on confusing these people, making people doubt themselves and doubt their beliefs and doubt their beauty standards and doubt everything that they've come to learn, everything that they have lived by so far. You need to stop confusing folk. You really do. So because of that reason, you got it. You are a red flag. So there you go. Okay, I must admit, I did have a little bit of fun with this one. But ladies, I want you all to know that regardless of what you look like, regardless of your size, you have to feel amazing because you are amazing. And you have to love yourself. Who else could possibly love you the way that you love yourself? If you're not there 100% in loving yourself, if you're not there 100% in the confidence and self-esteem, that's okay. We can get there. We need to work on ourselves, ladies, and not let anyone make us feel as if we're not worth it, or that because we're older or because we don't fit into the beauty standards that we aren't important or that we don't matter. Yes, we matter. We sure do. I do. I'm telling you that I do. And I know that you do too. And remember our pact in the beginning? If I was able to convince you, if I was able to bring you to the other side and make you feel that yes, you are a red flag, then drop a comment down below and let me know that yes, I was able to convince you. Take care of yourself, ladies, and be kind to yourself always and to others. So if you want to see more videos like this, click on these videos and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao.